Hey there, you beautiful soul. Welcome to an evening satsang edition of our Sunday satsang. Now, unfolding the soul is a twofold process. Just as much as this experience is a mastery of duality, the positive, negative, the light, the dark, the masculine, feminine, it's also an opportunity to explore the soul in not only the external living, but the inner being. We can very much so think of the coming to understand the soul through the expression of it as the everyday, cinematic experiences of life when we're in the flow. And that is very much, again, the creation aspect. But tonight we're going to come back into the unchanging ground of being, that part of our soul that simply needs to have a space, a container for it to unfold. Very much so like the masculine and feminine energies interplay in relation with one another. And that's the beauty of tonight's real deep, lesson, is that you're already everything you've ever sought. You're already that in which you aspire. You're already the perfect divine being that Source created you to be. And this is a process of less is more, of a dropping away, of allowing things to be. So first and foremost, just give yourself the invitation to drop everything. It doesn't matter what your day has been like. It doesn't matter what the weekend's been like or what the week to come is going to be. This is a time where we tell the body to rest. It's okay to rest, body. Body, I just want you to focus on breathing. And just know that in this experience, that everything that arises is simply being witnessed. Just as much as when we're looking around, when we're using the external sensory perception aspects of this experience, that we're witnessing it, so too are we witnessing this inner space. And the purpose of this evening is to really build more of that separation from that which is being experienced to the experiencer, that pure, refined witness, the soul. So, get your last few wiggles out. Dropping my crystals and things. So, if you can, just take a nice deep breath in and reaching towards the sky. Just let a nice big exhale. Good stretch. Let the body be empty of breath fully. And to begin this practice, we'll begin by chanting 3 ohms together at the sound of the ringing. When you hear the tap of the singing bowl, take a nice deep inhale. And with your exhale, transmute it into the mighty and powerful divine chord, the Om, the A, the U, the M. Yet, there is a 4th note, the silence. Allow yourself to focus on each of these energies, these vibrations, whether it be the symbol of the Om, the 3 with the circle and the line, little dot on it, or simply A, U, M. But allow yourself now to simply visualize all aspects of the sounds you're creating. Ensure that you lower the jaw as wide as you can for that A note to resonate in the chest. And as you close the mouth, the U and the M will form naturally. In traditional fashions, we will focus on having the A and the U being 50% of the total Om sound. Release the body of breath here. Allowing that cessation, that rest, that nothingness to be the focus in between each and every happening, witnessed externally and internally. Focus on the silence, the calm, the presence of your very witnessing. If you don't have one yet, ensure that a smile is gently resting on your face, with the tip of the tongue resting on the roof of the mouth ever so gently. even while chanting the alms. With this last sound of the ringing, when the bell is struck, simply shift your gaze towards that sound as it fades. Into the silence, so too, allow the dust to settle. The beautiful nature of this experience of life is that we never truly get to grasp the totality of what we are and what the Creator is. We simply get to witness it. We experience ourselves like the aroma of beingness, of love, of joy, of laughter, of the tensions, the contractions in life, the fears, the doubts. Everything in this experience is witnessed. Even this unfoldment of our own beingness itself, the soul. Yet just as we feel the warmth of the fire, we can feel that lightness, that energy of love radiating from us. It's in these moments when we allow everything to simply be that all drops. Every temporary happening, the passing by and comings of thoughts, even the emotions and sensations of the body still, and we are simply at rest, at peace. And only in this stillness, that emptiness, does the infinite lotus unfold in which we are. The deeper we rest within ourselves, the more layers that open up. The more we come to master the art of nothingness. So corresponding as effortlessly and easily does the expression arise. Yet this being, this sense of self, doesn't arise within the mind, it is felt more in our central point, what we know as the heart. It needs not have a direction. You do not need to do anything, but come to the recognition that everything you witness inside of you is separate from you. That this soul, this witness, this sense of I am, is the rider of this body. Yet just like any relationship, there is a communication. Just as the horse neighs or sighs in agreement or satisfaction, bucks if it's frustrated, or runs off if it's scared, so too does your body give you feedback. The temporary woes, the animalistic fears and doubts. The time here is to come back into the knowing of the rider, of the witness, of the soul. for that is the eternal aspect of our nature here. And although, yes, ever evolving, it rests and stands upon a ground of beingness that lies in the realm of spirit, naturally and innately because of what we are, creators, creations, crafted in the image of Source. We are based in love, in light, in an easeful, playful energy that is also here to manifest and to come into a deeper understanding of ourselves and our connection with our Creator. And through this relationship, the soul can unfold even greater. But we must first come to love and fall in love with the silence. To no longer allow the temporary happenings of the mind or the emotions or the sensations of the form to distract us, to pull us away. For it is not the realm of the imagination, or in other words, the assumptions, that get crafted from such playful expressions, or we intended to live in, but rather the throne of the soul returning home to the heart. Just so, this identification with the mind is in the headspace when we drop everything, we naturally fall like a feather into the heart. And that is the practice this evening, allowing the dust to settle, to bring it back to the witness, not that in which is being witnessed. We get distracted upon the play which is on the screen of our awareness. But come to know yourself as the screen absent of the play. For the more you lean in, the more the temporary and false drops away. Permeating, seeping through seems this aroma of warmth, of emptiness, yet fullness, but just as a still pond rest. It's a dynamic reflection of everything around and within. And it's that separation that allows us to unfold. If we can consider the everyday actions, living in the heart to the fullest expression of our soul as the active force, we can consider this moment of rest and pause the inactive. And just as you set a fire ablaze, that action of the wood burning creates the light. We can look at this process as the chopping of the wood. The more that you lean into this knowing of self, absent of all inner distractions and external happenings, the more fiery your soul's expression can burn. For you will have more fuel. That is one of many functional and logical components of this process. But what it means for your spirit is not only a deeper connection with Source, but a clearer channel to express that in which you were created to be. No two sit-downs will ever be the same, but they will all be permeated with that effortlessness, that easeful knowing of self. And that brings us back to the primordial question of who am I? This allowing everything to be is coming to understand the I am. absent of identification, absent of stories, but rather coming to understanding the fullness of what this expression, this reincarnation, is intended to be. Lived through that knowing that all is of the Creator's creations. Living out that dance that you are a unique divine being. So as you exhale and drop away the tensions, breathe in your divinity. Knowingly breathe in that light into the body. From the tips of the toes to the crown of the skull, allow each breath to fill you up fully, radiating light. Continue to visualize breathing in that white light, each and every cell becoming activated. Full breaths from the lower abdominal wall all the way to the upper chest. And even then, taking in a few more breaths. Here, begin to lengthen the duration of your inhales and the holds to your exhales and the time of being empty of air. Again, briefly holding longer and longer each time, every phase of the breath. Into as slow and long of an inhale as you can possible. To an easeful and effortless dropping away of the breath, not forcing it, but rather allowing the body to release it on its own. For when we allow ourselves to separate from the happenings of the mind, even better then can we control the body. Giving a command or running it through a few times, the body will naturally take over the breath. It's in these moments we allow everything to deepen, the relaxation, the calm. For it's this process of emptying out our cup in which we receive the divine nectars of life. The smile on your face, continue to rest. Not getting caught up in that which is being observed, but keeping your gaze and your focus on the witness itself. Allowing everything to be at rest. And for our sense of awareness and self to be still, as if a whole family of deer is walking up to us in the middle of the morning. Being absolutely still and simply witnessing. Yet the beauty of that witnessing, the experience of it, is done so without judgment. It's simply allowing whatever is arising to unfold. Yet in this divine theater, there's only one seat. Yours. Yet through that seat, we can come back to the witness of even our witness. That eternal fire in which we are, a primordial spark. The Creator. Source. When you hear the next tap of the singing bowl, again, take a deep breath when you hear that sound of the bell as it rings. And with your exhale, release a gentle yet powerful Om with a big smile on your face. Release the body of breath. Namaste. Thanks for dropping in. I appreciate y'all. Very juicy. And for those of you watching back, I appreciate you. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, smash that like, do the subscription stuff, all the YouTube things. Never ceases to amaze me as just how the body responds to the energy of just spirit, source, Wonka Tonka. It's wild. The eyes always want to well up. And that in and of itself to me is the beauty that is just like, as small as it is, can be grasped by this incarnation, this human experience. That it's just so beautiful, it's so full, it's so nourishing, it's so light, it's so fulfilling that it just brings tears to our eyes. Like, it's in these moments that we each can truly raise the vibration of everything here. And that's I would say, the importance of coming to master nothingness, to be a witness, to clear the channel away by dropping all the efforting and coming back into our natural resonance, our natural harmony, that less is more state, that witnessing all the inner happenings and external happenings at a distance. There's a power that comes through when we allow ourselves to get out of the way. And that's the beauty of unfolding the soul. Is that we're always in a process of like autopilot. Yet when we refine the